So today we're going to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We're now on episode 41 of the series, and in the last episode we saw the end of World War II and its peace treaty. And as you can see, Prussia lost. And Prussia has been heavily reduced. And even in Prussia's puppet state in Germany broke away. That's how bad this war got to them. And yeah, this episode is a bit different from your regular episodes. This is gonna be more of an explanation of the series and its piece, and like the you'll see what I mean. Now let's get started. Now first off, I added some new layers. I added a stability layer, which is gonna be shown here in 3, 2, 1. Yep, that's what the stability layer looks like. And now the technology layer, here it is. And I think they turned out well. And that's about it for the technical stuff. Now in this episode, I'm going to explain the peace treaty more since I didn't get to do that in the last episode. So yeah, let's do it here. Now in the peace treaty in South America, the only major difference is that Wales got a bit of their land back from the Brazilian country, and from the ideology layer, they were forced to switch out their fascist government for a flawed democracy. And now all of their actions are going to be heavily monitored by Colombia up here. Now, north over here, it's not really anything special. It's just Wales gets some land out of Nebraska. Alaska gets their deal with this Utah, Arizona kind of country. And they used to be Wyoming, but the capital got moved because Alaska annexed that area, and the purple team got rewarded for complying with the Welsh, and so they got a lot of land. And Texas also got their fair share of land. And now that's about for the peace treaty in North America. Now over here in the peace treaty in Africa, Kenya lost a lot of their former territories. And now these guys are more of a Somalian country than a Kenyan country now. But their capital is still in Kenya, so yes, we got to call them Kenya. By the way, it's completely intentional that Kenya still owns Zanzibar and Reunion and Mauritius. I just thought it would be kind of funny to keep making them have that territory. And over here, the former Portuguese colony, the Irish took the Canary Islands and the Cape Verde Islands. Wales got a chunk out of the former colony, and then since the Green Team never got involved, well, they don't get anything. And out of here we have 3 new countries forming up: a Moroccan country, an Algerian country, and a Mali-Niger hybrid thing. And this country is literally just desert, so they're kind of cooked. So, yeah, don't be surprised if this country collapses anytime soon. Now, over to the big fish, Europe. Now let's go one by one. Left to right. So, in the peace treaty, Portugal is basically reduced to real life Portugal. And the state of Grenada is born. I think Grenada is a better name for this country, and I like the name better. So yeah, Grenada. I'm not referring to the Caribbean nation. This area over here is actually called Grenada. I might be getting confused with another area called Grenada in Spain, but I'm pretty sure this is Grenada. And there was a country formerly here called Grenada. And yeah, they also get Moroccan land, because why not? And the old Catalonian country returns, and they were given a lot of land because no one else really wanted it, and so they kind of just was like, here you go, have this. And Callan was like, oh, sure, yeah. And the old Galician country returned, or the Neo-French are pretty happy about that. Speaking of the Neo-French, they got a bite out of Wales and Belgium, and Wales was given in the coastal lands of the Belgians. So now the Belgians are a landlocked country. Now not over there, the yellow team had to give some land over to Slovenia in compensation, and the Germans were released and given a lot of land for helping out in the defeat of Prussia. And the old Czech country returns, and Hungary has been heavily reduced. The Turkish Union decided to get a little bit of land out of them, but not a lot. Crimea got a big old bite out of Prussia and the Hungarians, and there's now a new Polish country here, and Prussia is now reduced to this. Also, I decided to give one province to Estonia/Latvia because why not? And this orange country, which has been bullied a lot recently, they got some land taken away from them. And also, Nenets is back, so that's cool. And speaking of this country, we'll now be moving on to them. They got a big old bite taken out of them by the Communist Union and Greater Siberia. And this country is no longer fascist. They are now a flawed democracy. And so is their used to be fascist neighbor down south, as they got heavily reduced, and now they're just being heavily monitored along with this country by the Communist Union. And over here, we have the beautiful country of Greater Siberia. They only decided to take a chunk of land away from this country and Korea had to let go of these communities over here. I'm gonna call this guy Manchuria and this guy, I'll figure it out. The Korean team. You actually kind of like that name, yeah, the Korean team. Japan got all of Sakhalin and a chunk of Manchuria, and they also got some lands in South Korea. And Mongolia also decided to treat themselves to a nice bite out of Korea. And now over here in China, we see that Beijing is back to their former glory. Well, not all of their former glory, as they still had like parts up here and all of this country, but that doesn't matter right now. All that matters is that they got their gap back from New China, which I'm now gonna call this country North China and South China, and this country West China. That's probably gonna get all of you confused, but you'll just have to deal with it. Also, Taiwan is back, and I forgot to move their capital, but their capital, they're gonna place it back over here, and they got some of their old land back. And Vietnam gets longer. Everyone knows that. And finally, in the Peace Treaty in Australia, the Irish get all of their oceanic territories, and they get a bite out of the Australian portion, and so does Wales, and nobody else wanted the rest of it, so it was eventually turned into their own country. And that's always fun. Okay, I fixed some minor errors. Like there's a random pixel up here. The Slovenia's capital was the wrong size. And yeah, I moved Taiwan's capital where it's supposed to be. And I was originally planning to leave it off here, but actually, I wanted to do one more event in this video before I end it off, and continue like we normally do in episode 42. I want to talk about Antarctica for a minute, as exploration has been halted on Antarctica for a very long time, and I feel like it's about time that Antarctica got fully explored. So, I'm just gonna say it here. Antarctica has now been fully discovered, and with that, the world is fully explored. This should have happened a while ago. This was supposed to happen in episode 38, but I got a bit carried away. But yeah, some of these countries are gonna make a claim on the Antarctic territory. Let's see which countries make a claim and which don't. India claims this portion of Antarctica, and actually, I'm gonna like make like the stronger countries like get their own portion, and then the little countries will all just one giant portion. So yeah, let's just do it like that instead. The Turkish Union claims this spot of the Antarctican continent. Why do I have to say it like that? You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna divide it all at once. And in the end, the division of Antarctica looks like this. I decide to angle the division so it's more realistic. And no, Norway does not have two sides apart from each other. That's just map projection. These two areas are actually extremely close to each other. Okay? Okay. And now that that's out of the way, I guess this is the end of the video. Just kidding. We can't miss our daily Madagascar update, can we? Although I missed it the last 3 videos. Oh, and by the way, wrong layer. I would say that Colombia has now become a full democracy. Oh yeah, and this is what the new ideology layer looks like. Completely updated. Woohoo! Now, for a daily Madagascar update, we're gonna take a gander at the stability layer. And as you can see, this yellow country over here is pretty close to collapsing. And when this country finally collapses, the leader panics and is like, all at war with everyone. Yes, that'll solve the problem. And everyone inside is like, really? Yes, this is the solution. Just trust me. So, the yellow team invades the purple team and the green team down below. And they are also going to invade the blue team. Now, since the blue team is their most weak neighbor, they're going to fully capitulate the country and now making that country collapse. But after a while of pushing into these fronts, these two countries are now going to actually do something, and these two are one of the stronger countries on Madagascar. So yeah, with their strength, they're gonna fully kick out the yellows from their under country, and now they are going to invade, capturing the capital and making the rest of the country capitulate. Now, since this country collapsed too, they're going to divide up that country as well. Now, let's take a look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, we see that the Madagascar countries fully divide up these two Madagascar countries, with the green team kind of twisting the hands of the leader of the purple team to get more land. And the people of the purple team aren't a big fan of that. So yeah, that'll do for a daily Madagascar update. And before we go, I actually want to talk about the alliances, so we're set to go and continue on like we usually do on episode 42. Now, first, let's talk about the Triangle Alliance. As part of the Treaty of World War II, which I would call the Treaty of Cardiff, if the Triangle Alliance is forced to disband, which basically means Alaska is forced out of the alliance. So is Nebraska. So is Hungary. I nearly said Hungary. Hungary and Prussia. The Germans as well. The yellow team is also forced out of it. So is this orange country right here. And that leaves South China and Korea leave the alliance. And with that, the Triangle Alliance is almost fully disbanded. Kenya leaves as well. Because they're forced to. And yeah, with that, the Triangle Alliance has been fully disbanded. And now Norway, feeling like there's no threat anymore to their homelands, and they're gonna change the purpose of the Six-Star Alliance. Basically Norway is going to turn it into an economical alliance, and with the new reshaping of the Six-Star Alliance, some countries are going to leave it. Specifically, these two countries over here, since they have better interest in other economical alliances. As Wales is gonna in the alliance, as they still have a good relationship with Norway, but they just feel like that they are better off on their own. Slovenia is also gonna leave, not because they have bad relations, kind of like the same reason Wales did. And Crimea is gonna leave because they are already in an economical alliance. And as for these guys, Mongolia leaves because they're already in an economical pact, so they're out. And Beijing was never part of it, so I don't know why that's there. But these two countries are going to stay in the alliance. And now this reshapes into the economical Six-Star Pact. Consisting of Norway, the Neo-French Union, and the dark purple country, and the Western Chinese. And yeah, no more military alliances for now, kind of like how World War I originally ended, except the Star Pact was still around. As you can see, if you watched episode 28, you will know that now they don't exist. I mean, it's obvious. There were no stars anymore. Also, for the fascist bloc, yeah, they're kicked out of the Triangle Alliance as well because they were forced to leave it. And anyone else that joined the side of the Triangles was also forced to leave. And also, yeah, the Turkish Union left the Six Stars, and any other country that joined the Six Stars left as well before it got turned into an economical alliance. But yeah, I'll leave for the alliances. And with that, that's it for this Thursday's episode of What Is Civilization Started Over. Please leave a like and subscribe, smash the notification bell, smash the like button, smash the subscribe, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye bye. And also, some weird events might start happening soon, so keep an eye out for that.